Good morning. I show it is 11:01, so we will go ahead and get started with our Teamcenter Rapid Start webinar this morning. I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning. I will ask if everybody could please mute their phone during the webinar and hold your questions till the end, or feel free to go ahead and use the chat feature within the Join Me application, where you can also ask your questions through the chat line, and then we will answer those at the end. We will have a Q&A session. So all in all, the overall presentation will take roughly about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to run through a few slides on Teamcenter Rapid Start, then we're going to show you a video demonstration of the actual product, and then we will open it up to question and answer at the end. So I appreciate everybody taking the time to join us, so we'll go ahead and get started. First off, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rich Solte. I'm the Vice President of Sales here at Prolim. I also have with me here today Anant Yalapagarda. He is our Senior Technical Architect. And also joining us on the call today is Prabhu Patil, who is our President of our organization. So I'm going to start off with just a brief overview of Prolim, and then run you through the foundation of Teamcenter Rapid Start, and then, as I mentioned, jump into the video demonstration of Rapid Start, and Anant will actually make some comments on that, and then we'll open it up to the Q&A session. So first off, starting out, Prolim has been in business for 11 years. Obviously, we specialize in product lifecycle management. We are an integration solutions provider. Also have a very deep knowledge and partnership with Siemens. So we basically work with all types of organizations, whether they're small or large, in implementing PDM or PLM related solutions. So we have offices headquartered in Detroit. We also have an office in Texas, and we have a couple of offshore facilities in India and a strategic partnership to support our customers in Germany. So we do have a global footprint. Obviously a heavy presence in automotive manufacturing and high tech, but literally we have clients in just about every industry you can imagine today. So PLM being the center and core area of expertise in IT and engineering services really surrounds that and goes hand in hand with a lot of our implementation work. So jumping into Teamcenter Rapid Start, some of the challenges that we experience today when looking at product launches is typically they fail to meet expectations of the company because there isn't proper planning, there's not a proper return on investment, or you under budgeted as far as how many resources and the cost that will be required to meet your objectives in your program. So these are just some of the main reasons, and what Rapid Start is all about. It helps address some of those issues. So the old saying of knowledge is power is very true. You know, with the way the economy is and the uncertainty sometimes, especially with elections and things like that, there's a lot of uncertainty in the industry overall. So having information at your fingertips is what Teamcenter Rapid Start is all about. So you ask yourself when looking at a PDM solution, where do you start, where do you go, and how do you get there? And the big question a lot of folks ask is, how much is it going to cost? Although that shouldn't be the most important one. It should be more of, how do I achieve my goals? So the importance of having a product design system that allows you to implement quickly and easily and start realizing some of the benefits very fast is the whole idea behind Teamcenter Rapid Start. The product is a pre-configured PDM system that is simple and easy to install, doesn't really require a whole lot of IT expertise. It comes pre-configured with some of the best practices from different industries when it comes to change management or some of the workflows and some of the roles that are required for approval process. It is something that companies can realize very quickly and easily by implementing Teamcenter Rapid Start. So some of the essentials within a PDM system is being able to have a single source of product data, one place to put all of your information, managing all of your changes, all of your revisions, any of your customer-related information, and making sure that you don't have to do rework, minimizing errors, especially when you go to launch a product, making sure you're working with the latest revision. That's a common problem we run into with a lot of organizations. Process execution, again, going back to change management and workflows, it comes with a simple change management system built into it, which is highly configurable, and being able to realize a multi-CAD environment, which I'll talk about more in a couple of slides. So this is really the crux of the Teamcenter Rapid Start PDM solution. Look at multi-CAD data management. It has best-in-class CAD data management working with pretty much most of the major CAD systems out there, whether it's CATIA, NX, which it comes integrated already within Rapid Start, or today a lot of customers are using Creo, or even AutoCAD, Solid Edge, SolidWorks, so on and so forth, and I'll talk some more about that in a couple slides. There are specific CAD integrations for each one of those that are required, and depending on the level of integration that you want, you can also utilize very powerful visualization that is built into Teamcenter Rapid Start, and I'll talk about that some more in a couple slides. Design BOM management, managing your entire BOM, having that standard tree structure and being able to drill down into your assemblies and down to your parts, and also manipulating that BOM and adding things in, such as materials and maybe labor costs and things like that. And also providing you a data exchange environment where you can share information quickly and easily, not only within your organization, but also potentially with some of your suppliers. Very powerful. The document management piece of it allows you to have standardized document management where you can literally save your customer-related information right into your program. It does come with Microsoft Office integration out of the box. And what's nice about that is it actually allows you to be able to be inside of a Microsoft Office application such as Word or Excel and save that document right up into your program. That way you know you have the latest and greatest information at all times. Pre-configured custom reports and query searches, it's kind of like a Microsoft or Google type feel for searching. You can drill down, being able to find what you need quickly and easily, such as let's say you don't remember a part number, but you maybe remember the customer name and you remember the program name, and you really drill down from there step by step. It's easy and intuitive. So the simple process management, again, comes pre-configured with some basic workflow capabilities, being able to manage your change when you get a change request from a customer, having that go through the proper approval process, starting with the designer, then going to the design manager, and then the engineering manager, and maybe sharing it with quality or manufacturing folks. Pre-configured roles and functionality. Basically, it has standard roles that are filled in, and you can basically assign your names to that, such as what I had alluded to already with like a designer or an engineering manager. It's just a matter of giving them the right level of security and setting them up in the system quickly and easily. Having a shop floor viewer is another powerful tool that Teamcenter Rapid Start comes with. gives you the chance to eliminate those drawings that you might have sitting on the shop floor that have been sitting around maybe for a couple years, and they may not be working to the right revision when they're building their tooling. Very powerful. The CAD neutral visualization environment is known as the JT file format, which comes with Teamcenter Rapid Start out of the box. Depending on your respective CAD, you will still need some appropriate translators and integration, but it gives you an environment where you could literally have one part created, say, in CATIA, another one in NX, and a third one in Creo, and build your assembly. That's very powerful when you're dealing with a lot of different suppliers, and maybe they're using different types of CAD systems. So the multi-CAD data management, being able to manage, share, and reuse CAD data, that's the whole idea behind any PDM or PLM solution. Not just designing once and then forgetting about it, but being able to reuse some of that design data from previous program and make changes and updates to it. A standardized intelligent part numbering structure comes standard with Teamcenter Rapid Start. What's nice about that is you can actually change that to whatever type of part numbering sequence that you might be using internally within your organization. Establishing the relationships in your document management piece of it. Any of your customer-related documents that come in, when there's a change request from a customer, you can put that information right into the program-related information and track it. And when you look at things within Rapid Start, it actually shows you the latest and greatest revisions as well as any changes that were made. And then the pre-configured and custom reports that you can pull out of it. So that's very powerful for engineering management people, where they may want to see, okay, how many changes do I have currently in the system, and where are they at? Why are we not getting things done? How many days has it been? What kind of deliverables do I have coming up? And then the simple process management I've touched on a bit already as far as the pre-configured workflows, looking at statuses and seeing where things are within that workflow also. If somebody's holding up something, then you can also sometimes even override that with an administrator because maybe that person's out sick or something like that. Pre-configured roles and functionality, that's based on, the entire product is based on roles and security levels and gives the appropriate access permissions to that person. So for example, if you have a designer, you don't want them to necessarily be able to manipulate or change cost related information or something in particular within BOM. And then automating everyday tasks, company-wide processes that maybe you have on a standard basis. Could I ask everybody who's on the line to please mute your phone, as I'm getting a little bit of feedback in the audio portion. So this slide here talks about the multi-CAD data management. As I had mentioned before, works with pretty much most of the major CAD systems, as you can see, NX, Solid Edge, CATIA, SolidWorks, ProE, AutoCAD, Inventor, so on and so forth. Again, showing you some samples of what the part numbering sequence looks like, or also how your BOM would look from the design side. And then in the lower right-hand corner, there is an example of different CAD systems being utilized in the JT visualization environment. So as you can see, yellow is one representation of CAD, red is the other, and blue is the third, and then green is the fourth one. Being able to design between multiple CAD systems and then bring it all together. Here's some more samples of different CAD within Teamcenter, just to show you what the integration would look like if you had it, whether it's Inventor or Solid Edge or ProE, CATIA, and so on and so forth. So this slide here shows you the document management piece. As I had mentioned before, Microsoft Office integration comes standard out of the box, and once you configure it, it actually allows you to be within the Office toolbar and able to save right into Teamcenter Rapid Start, and also to drill down and look for searches and things like that when you're looking for your information. The whole idea is being able to get everything you need quickly and easily at your fingertips. Again, this is also showing you some of the custom reports that are available. So simple process management basically is designed for streamlining your product development and automating and synchronizing your work groups within your organization. Again, you could be in and out of a workflow. You could go back out, jump into Microsoft Office, take a look at something, or go into your CAD and go take a look, or use your JT viewer to maybe take a look at the CAD if you don't have a native CAD workstation. Again, showing quickly where things are at in the change management process. Also, the bottom diagram shows a sample of that. Being able to see where things are within that change. As you can see, the very first box is where they're at in the process, but then it goes on to further stages. So the design BOM management, basically the CAD assembly structure is automatically captured. That's how the BOM is managed, and the product structure can be manipulated by adding non-graphics, adding in material costs, material information. You can add things up and down to the tree as required. You can also make changes and look at the product structure as it's reflected within the CAD system, going back and forth, and managing different revisions based on rules that you have set up and looking at the status and effectivity. Graphically being able to view, navigate, and mark up the product structure, another nice and powerful thing. Being able to have design reviews and that JT visualization like I talked about, or reviewing the BOM when you're doing a design review. Very powerful. The pre-configured roles and functionality, this is just showing you some samples of what those roles would look like, whether you're an author, a checker, a manager, or maybe in the management, manufacturing, so on and so forth, down to the shop floor. Being able to create parts, create a data set, create a form, very simple and easy to do within the system. Then performing collaborative design reviews, as I mentioned. In the JT environment, you could have multiple CAD systems, whether it's dynamic 2D or 3D CAD, from any source. As long as you have the proper CAD integration set up, you can bring in different CAD file formats and then build it up into an assembly within the JT environment. And then being able to go back through that as a group and really redline things and do markups, cut sections, take measurements. Maybe you kick something back to one of your suppliers that provided something in that JT environment when you look at it and see that maybe the measurement's off, or you need to change the size of a hole or change one of the feature control frames for your GD&T. Very powerful. Being able to install the system quickly and easily, it works basically through a rich client and web client. This is showing a sample of where you could actually integrate with what's known as Active Workspace. And as I mentioned, being able to look at your CAD on the shop floor and eliminate those old drawings that might be sitting around on the shop floor where the different work cells might be building to an old drawing where there may have been changes. It's very important. You could actually eliminate paper and go to an entirely digital environment where you could just have a tablet maybe at the workstation, and that way your shop floor folks are always working with the latest and greatest revisions and the latest instructions on how to build the tool or the part. You could even create AVIs and have a quick video clip built in, and they can just bring that latest video clip up as opposed to even a drawing. and it shows them the operation, how to work that work cell. Again, being able to view, measure, cut sections also is capable on the shop floor. So in summary, implementing Rapid Start is very quick and easy and cost effective. It's simple to install and deploy. Setup is really minimal. It gives you a high value, pre-configured based system that's based on proven best practices from the industry. You know, whether you're in automotive or industrial machining or high-tech or medical device, it doesn't really matter. The practices that are built into the system are based on industry averages out there from the best of the best. And that's the whole idea behind Siemens Rapid Start product. You can start realizing your investment very quickly and getting a fast return on it. And the nice thing is, Rapid Start does have a growth path where you can literally upgrade from the base system to full-blown Teamcenter eventually, and that's what this slide talks about. Within the full-blown Teamcenter, there are actually 12 modules, which takes things really beyond what you may find in the base PDM solution. I'd be happy to talk with folks about that further offline if there's some interest. So this slide here is really showing how the complexity of products and systems and system of systems goes together, and that's really a lot of what you would get with being able to manage all of this different CAD systems, design, being able to do test and validation, and this is jumping a little bit further into the actual full-blown Teamcenter, some of the things that you could realize. So in summary, why would you want to go with Siemens and Teamcenter Rapid Start? Number one is it is the #1 selling PDM, PLM solution out there. There are more installs of Teamcenter than there is any other product out on the market. Number two is they have a nationwide network or global network of partners such as Prolim, which basically help customers in implementation, ongoing support and customization and integration with other systems. And they spend more than $1 billion in research and development every year on their product. So it is the best of the best basically out there. You have the strength of Prolim being your integration partner as well as Siemens behind you. And that's really where we come in and provide value add for our customers by helping them with the right solutions. So next up, we are going to jump into the Rapid Start video, which will show you a demonstration of what the actual product looks like.
Where do you start with product data management? You know you need to take control of your product design data, but there are so many choices for PDM. How do you know what you need today, and will it be enough for the future? And how can you deploy it quickly and cost effectively? The answer is Teamcenter Rapid Start. Start by taking control of product design. Teamcenter Rapid Start's multi-CAD data management capabilities enable you to effectively and efficiently manage, control, and share MCAD data across the entire design and supply chain. Your design teams can create, manage, visualize, validate, and reuse native design data from a wide selection of CAD systems, including NX and Solid Edge from Siemens PLM software, as well as AutoCAD, CATIA, Inventor, ProEngineer Creo, and SolidWorks. Using our JT 3D CAD Neutral Visualization Standard, you can collaborate on designs even if you don't have access to the CAD tool that authored them. By establishing a single secure source of product data, regardless of CAD authoring tool, you have access to the information you need to make better decisions across your organization. The product definition doesn't end with design. Teamcenter Rapid Start includes standardized document management features so you can create and manage documents in conjunction with your product designs and processes. Teamcenter Rapid Start's standard integration with Microsoft Office extends PDM to the desktops of users who don't need to leave their familiar Office applications like Microsoft Word. From the Teamcenter menu in Word, they can check out, check in, review, and edit product-related documents while managing the files in Teamcenter. Once you have control of your product-related data, you can apply it to automated PDM processes. Teamcenter Rapid Start comes pre-configured with a standard set of best-in-class workflows that support the common rules and processes you need to get started with PDM. For example, you can manage engineering change. Here, the user has an assignment to assess what items will be affected by the proposed change. With a couple of clicks, they have clear visibility to the impact of change. This is part of the engineering order workflow process included in Rapid Start. It includes both the change request and change order components of a typical engineering change process. Because Teamcenter Rapid Start is pre-configured based on PDM best practices, you can deploy it quickly and cost-effectively for a fast return on your PDM investment. Best of all, Teamcenter Rapid Start offers a growth path to PLM. Once you're up and running with PDM, you can be confident that your deployment can grow as your needs grow.
Okay, so I'm going to have Anant just make a few comments and summarize the video demo that you just saw.
Basically this, as you have seen the demo, the Rapid Start is it is basically for the customers who have their CAD data not managed properly, and there is chaos across the management of all of these product related data, like your documents, your NX files, your CAD files coming from the customer, and which you have created. So using Rapid Start, it gives you stability in your product management. It gives you proper revision control. You can arrange your data. You can manage your data properly based on customer data, and it also gives you the document management where you can still work in your documents. You can check in, check out your JT files. You can embed your JT files in your document, it comes with the change management workflow, which is which has both engineering, ECR, and ECM components. So it's one workflow which will work for both the review of the change, and also once the review is approved, you can implement the change. So these are very strong points in Rapid Start. It's definitely very cost effective. You don't have to buy the full PLM suite of Siemens, but you can get the best out of the Siemens PLM suite, like the CAD data management, change management, document management, and JT visualization. These are very important things, important parts of Teamcenter PLM suite. So you are getting the best from the PLM suite. At the same time, it provides you a roadmap to grow into a full-fledged PLM system, starting from a base cost. So this is a really important and effective tool, which is of very high quality for your product data management. And if you are not managing your product data in a PLM system, this is a must required thing for you.
Excellent. Thank you, Anant. Appreciate your comments. So just to summarize before I open it up to Q&A, Rapid Start is a base system to start with that you can truly grow with. And that's part of what we do as your solutions provider. Prolim can help you in figuring out, okay, is Rapid Start the right solution for me? or do I need to look at full-blown Teamcenter? Those are just some of the value-add services that we offer. We help customers in understanding what is needed based on their requirements. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any questions from the audience. So if you have any questions, feel free to unmute your phone. Go ahead and state your name, the company you represent, and then your question, please. Okay, well, I'll take a couple of questions that I got here on the chat line, since nobody else is stepping up at this point. But the first question that I have is, Rapid Start compatible with Active Workspace? Anant?
Yeah. So we can configure Rapid Start with Active Workspace. It requires configuration from the PMID, and Active Workspace is compatible with Rapid Start.
Great.
And to just highlight the importance of Active Workspace client is that it provides you can actually run your changes. You can start your workflows. You can search. It provides you with a Google-like search on the client, so you can search for your product-related data very quickly, and it works on your phones, your smartphones, your tablet, your iPad, anywhere. So it's PLM anywhere, anytime.
Great, thank you, Anant. Yeah, so overall, Active Workspace, is the web client version for those of you in the audience that are not familiar. It basically allows you to access Teamcenter, whether it's Rapid Start or regular full-blown PLM Teamcenter, through a web browser. And you can access through any type of a mobile device, whether it's your phone or your tablet, iPad, so on and so forth. And Prolim does have quite a bit of experience in implementations of Active Workspace. So the next question I had is, what about integration with ERP or MRP systems? Anant?
So the ERP and MRP systems, you can have a soft integration going on with the Rapid Start. For a full-blown integration with an ERP system like SAP or something, you will need separate licenses, and you will have to go into you have to expand upgrade your Rapid Start to a PLM suite. If you want to use T4S systems.
So to answer the question, yes, you can integrate it with your ERP, but it does require some additional configuration and setup, and it may change the licensing that's required depending on what type of a deployment you're looking at. But we have experience actually doing that with numerous customers, whether it's SAP, QAD, JD Edwards, Flex Systems, so on and so forth. So the next question I sort of covered, I think, in the webinar, but the question is, what's the difference between PDM and PLM?
So the PDM is the start of where you start managing your product data. So it's your files, your CAD files, your documents related to your product. You start managing those. You start inside a proper database system instead of using Excel and the folders. So that's the start of the PDM. So you are basically managing your product data in a quality system, which is a database system and which can be used for collaboration across the globe. When you move to PLM, it's more into like, your requirements management, your systems engineering. It goes into like a higher level of BOM management. Those kind of things, like and program management. So those are the ones which come into the window of PLM, where you expand your PDM system into a full-blown PLM system where you do all these advanced kinds of features. To start with, if you are not managing your product data properly, then you have to start with your PDM system first, because that's the backbone of the PLM system, where your product data is managed properly, and then it is collaborated. It's basically you are able to collaborate it across the globe, across your team, which are not using the product data. So your sales team is coming into PLM system. Your program management, they come into the PLM system.
Thank you, Anant. So going back to what I covered in the webinar a couple slides back. So Teamcenter Rapid Start has your base system for managing your CAD, your documents, and has simple change management built into it. When you look at a PLM system, it's really taking it to the next level. As I mentioned, Teamcenter itself actually has 12 different modules depending on how deep a customer's requirements are. And when you look at that, you can drill down to program management, supplier collaboration, requirements management, systems management, really drilling deeper into the BOM, even areas like digital manufacturing, and getting into, okay, my line balancing and things like that on the shop floor. Why is it going down, or how can I optimize the process, maybe even on the shop floor? There are specialty modules depending on what the customer is looking for, but Siemens has a full suite, and that's why there's 12 different modules available that you can get as add-ons and build the system based on your requirements. So it's truly designed for a larger enterprise environment, versus the PDM system is probably for your smaller installs where you might have, say, 5 to 10, maybe 20 or 30 users of the system, where you're just looking to manage your CAD, your documents, and your change process, making sure you have the right revisions. Any other questions from the audience? I know we've been talking away. Don't be shy. Okay, I've got one more question here that came through. The question is, can you deploy Rapid Start on the cloud? And I'll actually go ahead and answer that one. The answer is yes. Whether you deploy on-premise or on the cloud makes absolutely no difference. It is the exact same software, and whether you're deploying on Amazon, which is what Teamcenter is certified on, or Microsoft Azure, or IBM, or any of the cloud providers out there, it's certainly something that you can do. And Prolim is a certified Amazon as well as the Azure partner from Microsoft. We'd be happy to talk to you more offline on that. That's really getting into where you could even utilize us as helping you in managing that platform as a service. So the capability is certainly there. And for smaller companies, that's sometimes a good and ideal way to go, because they don't have an IT department or an IT person, and having us as your provider helping you in managing that installation, as well as the Teamcenter server, makes life easier for you. And we could set up a support agreement for you on how we would make that work. Be happy to take that discussion offline. Any other questions from anyone in the audience before we wrap up? Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Appreciate your time, and we hope that you found our presentation informative. And if you have any additional questions, you can contact us at any of the phone numbers or through our website as listed on the screen. I'll leave that up for a few more minutes afterwards. Thanks again, and have a great day, everyone. Bye now.